Let's see how long does it take me to make an awesome shopping bag. Let's find out. Okay, this is the fabric I've chosen. I absolutely love it. And I know that shopping bags are meant to be really large, right? No point in having a small one. But for the sake of being able to show you everything, I would much rather do a smaller shopping bag. So I need a 30 by 18 inch piece. So now 30 inches are done. Now 18 inches. That's here. I'm gonna rip the fabric. Sorry, I know you guys don't like it, but I am. It's too big, this table is too small. So yeah, I am ripping this fabric today. And now this one. And there we go. Now, the first step is to fold the narrower ends twice. Okay, so the first fold isn't really important, you know, the size of it. All you want is to be able to hide the raw edges. Now for the second fold, I'm doing like a 1.5 inch, and I am using my ruler to be able to guide to make sure it's all nice and parallel, nice and straight. So we just fold them and then we press them in place, but you can pin them if you want. You can use a template if you prefer, you know, just cut a piece of thick paper or cardboard in the size that you want your folds to be and then place it under the fabric to know where to fold, press it, and that's done. Now let's do our straps. We need two 20 by 4 inch strips. These will be a little bit larger, I think. As long as they're both the same size, I'm good with that. Now, you can use the exact same fabric. You can choose another fabric that works well with the one, you know, in the main bag, or you can just use a ribbon, you know, a sturdy ribbon to carry all that weight from your shopping. Whatever you prefer. For me, I'll be using the same fabric, as you can see, and this fabric is absolutely gorgeous. It just has so many patterns throughout the same fabric that they kind of look like they're not the same, but this is the same, you know? Okay, so we just need to fold them in on both sides, of course, and we press them, or again, you can pin them, you can baste it, you can do whatever you want. And then once we have both sides folded in, we fold the whole strip in half, and then we sew on both sides real quick. Well, it would be quick if my stitch wasn't a 0 stitch. Since it is a 0 stitch, for me it will be a little bit longer, but for you, I'm sure it will be really quick. A perfect strip ready to go. Now we need to do the exact same thing for our second one, and our strips will be done. Now, the next step is sewing our straps in place. Let's just go ahead and measure 7 inches from the sides of both ends of our bags. And you know, the only rule we have here is they really need to be parallel, meaning they need to stay at the exact same distance from each other and from the ends of our bag on both sides. Okay, this is a big deal. So on top and on the bottom of our edge. And yes, your straps will be facing inwards, and that's okay, don't worry. Right now, we just want to sew them in place and make sure they don't move, okay? I have made shopping bags that the strips were not so parallel, and it shows, guys, it shows like crazy. So do this parallel, okay? Be careful with your measurements. And guys, can I just say that I absolutely love these quick, easy projects. We just sew our ends with our straps in place twice. Our next step will be to fold the straps over and do a tiny little square with a cross in the middle to make sure they stay put and to make sure they will be able to handle all the weight that you will be putting inside your bag. And like I said, still using the 0 stitch because my singer is being repaired still and my genome needs to follow once I get that first one back. So, you know, it's in line. Sometimes I'll be really stressed and I won't have a lot of time, but I'm missing, you know, the feeling of sewing. So, you know, having a project that I can do real quick and that I'll just love the outcome and that I can just look at the end result and be really proud and really pleased with it. Oh, it's everything. It makes such a difference in my day and in my overall mood. These kinds of projects are mood changers, I promise you. They are. You don't get stressed by any of the steps because they're really easy, they're really quick to make, and the outcome is fabulous. I love it. And all this genome is doing right now is 0 stitch. no zigzag, nothing of a sort. The good thing about it is these stitches aren't going anywhere. The bad thing is if I make a mistake and need to remove the stitches, I'm screwed, guys. Okay, so now let's make this look like a bag by closing it. No, this isn't a mistake. We are sewing it on the right side of the fabric. That's what I intended. Because after we've done this, we're just going to turn this inside out and sew again on the back of the fabric, holding this seam inside it completely. And yeah, sometimes we just crave a simple fun project, you know, something colorful and happy to lift our spirits. And this is precisely the kind of project I go for. Quick, easy, and so rewarding. Guys, I'm trying really hard to make this quick. I promised quick, but the stitch isn't helping much, but I still think we'll make this on time. Let's see. So this isn't looking very good, is it? But that's okay. That's exactly what I wanted to do, because now we're going to turn this inside out and cover these very ugly seams. So let's do that. We are going to sew over here. And this entire seam will be completely hidden over here. We are almost done here and making really good time with this. Our shopping bag is looking like an actual bag, but I need depth. There is no point in having a shallow shopping bag, things just won't sit straight. So let's just go ahead and add some corners to the bottom of this bag. I am marking 2.5 inches on either side of our bottom. And now we sew on the lines we just drew. Most of my sewing is done with me worrying the stitches will be crooked, but most of all worrying that this very sharp scissor is going to cut into something I don't want. The amount of cutting I have done without meaning to that actually ruined the project, I've lost count, all because my scissor is way too sharp. It's so cute! I love it! Oh, one thing, oh gosh, almost forgot. It's also perfect. I have to do this, right? Which is to turn these in and do a little stitch. We could just cut this, you know, but we haven't had any ugly seams so far and I want to keep it that way, so I'm just going to go ahead and stitch these triangles to the seam allowance real quick to keep it nice and clean. And here we go, we are all done and ready to go. How fast was that, guys? And fun too. It's not even a basic seams on show bag. It is a perfect, neat shopping bag you can use time and time again. Oh, I love this, and it's so cute too. Oh, I can't get over this. Guys, give it a try, you will love it.